Greetings, Gray Paladin here, working on another install of my Korbanth Sid 2.0. First thing I'm going to get started with is my Neopixel blade. This is actually my first time assembling a Neopixel blade, but it looks pretty straightforward, and I think it's going to be, I don't want to say simple job, but pretty cut and dry as I go through. But anyway, here's the saber. It's a very small hilt, and from what I understand, this is a difficult install because it is so small. I do have finally ordered a chassis from Goth 3D that's on its way. Hopefully, I'll be seeing that next week. And this takes a 7/8 inch blade, so I got all of the gear for that. As you can see, I've got the 7-pin 7/8 Neopixel PCB connector. That's the hilt side right there. I popped the extra dollars to already have the pins pre-soldered. Blade side connector 7/8. The adapter for the blade. This connector will fit snug in there when it's done, and that portion will go into the actual tube. And here's the hilt side adapter. Got my resistor, little tiny thing inside that little baggie. I've got my LED strips right here. Those are nice and fun. That's where all the magic happens right there. Two of those so I can tag them together and slide it into the foam tube. It did come 40 inches. I have to cut to size on that. Too easy. I went with a 32-inch trans white 7/8 inch blade, and then along with that I got the tip, and that will go right up there. Okay. Got all my tools and my helping hands, soldering iron right there, so everything's pretty good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and get started here and cut back when I get digging into some work. I've already added my resistor on the blade side and worked on the strips. I already got those put together, clipped the end. Like I said, this is going to be a 32-inch blade, and connected all of that together. And now I'm getting ready to use the hot glue gun per Rob's suggestion, and just do a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue on the opposite side to seal up those joints nice. Let's see. Hopefully the glue gun's warmed up and ready. Need a little bit. Okay. Careful not to do too much there. Alright. And flip it over. Do the other side. Okay, that should do it. Excess off and let it dry. Usually dries pretty quickly. Alright, that should be good to go. Yep. Alright, next step. Alright, I got all of the wires soldered onto the PCB, and got those twisted in and placed in the adapter. Applied a little hot glue to keep all of that stationary in there, because the LEDs are going to vibrate and whatnot. So pretty good. I had some pretty good joints, but one of the negatives popped as I was twisting, so I had to reattach that. I'm hoping that once I got everything positioned and twisted in there the second time, that everything is stable and good to go. So anyway, next step is going to be to cut my foam to size for the blade. Alright, so I've got the LED strips in the foam all the way down to the connector there, and with the one LED hanging out at the tip. So I'm going to go ahead and insert this into the trans white blade, and then do a test. Let's see. Feeding that all the way down. Okay, the connector's in there. Alright, here it goes. Nothing. I know this is a my Vanquish, and it's a 7/8, but I'm hoping that the pins will still work. Oh, sweet. Cool. My first Neopixel blade, and it works. Try that again. Lost my contact there. There it is. Yeah, everything's working on there. Sweet. Alright. Now, all I have to do at this point is get my parabolic tip on there and glue it down. Let me do that next. And the blade is complete. Glued on the parabolic tip and all the way down to our PCB connector. Everything turned out pretty good. Do one more final test here.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director.
I'll go all the way back to the tip here. Gotta keep my connection here. It's hard when you got the 7/8 and a 1 inch. Alright, here we go. Cool. Alright, well there it is. So, got the 7/8 Neopixel blade finally complete, and that will go in my Sid 2.0. And I'll get started on that in the next video.